All right, so we're going to be provided with a table of values, specifically a table of quadratic values for a quadratic function. And our job is to find the quadratic polynomial's function in standard form. So we've got to work through here and figure out if we can identify anything that's valuable that gives us this table. Now, there is a long process we could use if we didn't have these beautiful two x-intercepts right there. What I quickly jump to is the fact that the y height, the outputs are 0. So what I just found is that these two x values are my x-intercepts. So what that does is that means that this x equals 1 and x equals 2 came from x minus 1. And this x equals 2 came from x minus 2. These two factors are everything that allow me to make this a function with ease. So what I just found is that f of x is going to be equal to, I don't know what the multiplier is just yet, a times a factor of x minus 1 times my other factor of x minus 2. Now that produces a quadratic. The key here is I don't know what the a value is just yet. But all I have to do is take any other coordinate and plug it in, and I can find my a value. You can choose any of these through here, but I definitely want to choose that 0 to plug in for x, because the easiest thing to ever do is to plug in 0 because it multiplies so nicely. And we know f of 0 is equal to this 2 right here. So we just say f of 0 equals 2 and set that equal to a times x minus 1 times, sorry, not x, plugging in zeros. So 0 times minus 1 times 0 minus 2. So plugging in zeros for my x. And then I just have to work it out. 2 is going to be equal to a times negative 1 times negative 2. That's positive 2. So a times positive 2 is equal to 2, which means that the a value is going to be 1 because I just divide both sides by 2. Now, that's not always going to be the case that a is equal to 1. You're going to get other values. But here we get a equals 1. And so my function is f of x equals 1 times x minus 1 times x minus 2. The directions, though, call for standard form. So to finish this problem, all I have to do is double distribute or FOIL. So I'll do that over here on the left, x minus 1 times x minus 2. Double distribute, FOIL, whatever you call it, x squared times negative 2x minus x plus 2. And so I get x squared minus 3x's plus 2 is my function in standard form. That matches this table.